Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they're coming back here. I think this is not what it used to be.
It looks like something's going on out there with a lot of people trying to take pictures of someone leaving the vehicle right now. So just want to let you guys heads up. I think that's likely what's going on.
They lock down the doors. No. Yeah, they'll just walk right in. All right, any minute we're told.
And it was just like, he did it so it's very small, but it is. Take away the roof. Yes. You can put that separate. Okay. No.
Just pull it up now.
Apple.
No, we don't care about them. We gotta get this.
Okay.
He's here.
They won't let her out.
You tell her to back up.
Hunter, what do you hope to tell the committee today?
Mr. Biden, can you
Got your shot.
I told you to take it. But I can't, yeah.
I know. Yeah. They told us no. They told us no video cameras chasing him. Were video cameras chasing him? Yes, I. Well, just shouted out a question to Hunter Biden to see if he would stop perhaps to the camera, say anything as he did a couple of months ago outside of the Capitol Dome. He didn't say anything. He kept walking with his attorney, Abby Lowell. This is going to be a long day for Hunter Biden and lawmakers. I had a chance to ask Chairman Comer of the Oversight Committee, who's been leading this impeachment investigation into Hunter's dad, the President of the United States, where this investigation is going to go from here. Typically, as Carrie will note, you'll bring in your biggest interview last when the investigation is wrapping up. And Chairman Comer said something interesting, that he kind of hopes things are wrapping up with this investigation, but he said that he keeps uncovering new pieces of evidence and wants to interview more people. The ranking member, Jamie Raskin, also spoke just to reporters a few moments ago and said at this point there's no evidence linking Joe Biden to anything impeachable. The Republican from California, Darrell Issa, said the same. He said that he's seen a lot of smoke, but he doesn't see any fire at this point. So we expect this to be a long day. The transcript will be released at some point in the coming days. I'm trying to get from lawmakers whether or not they would be open to Hunter testifying in public. He said he would back in December. Ranking member Raskin said they're already past that. He's ready to close this investigation. Not clear if Republicans are still open to it or if Hunter Biden is still open to it. And it's not even really clear how much he's going to say today, given the fact, as we were just talking about with Terry, that he's facing these criminal charges in both California and Delaware. Bill?
Honestly, it helps me to not be right that's afraid by him anyway.
Right, and that's what we're trying to. That's what we're trying to do.
Thank you. All right, so we're going on to the next show, but I don't know. It is okay.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like, if there are other people not
Are you
going
good?
by, then I'm with me.
I don't know when their kids are going to be. He's not doing that. He's just doing laptops. What I wanted to do is because he's not doing laptops, I moved him over. And he's only really caring about the media bill.
Yeah.
Was I in your shot? At the end, I was. Yeah, but not, I didn't block him when you got him.
Yeah, you can stay in a little bit. Now I do these This is him arriving and kind of looking for something to shake down. This is life change. This is we change life change everything. So we need to make sure we have that. Yeah, so I want to try on it.
Yeah, so just confirming you have this pointer sound.
Well, everything's going to be behind closed doors today. Of course, that was the point of contention underlying committees investigating this following the President of the United States. Underlying really wanted to be in a public setting because there was concern that Republicans would take out of context some of the answers to their questions that people would lie about. They worked out a deal. This is expected to be a big deposition that's going to take place here today. He will be under oath and not lie to Congress. And there is the promise that the full deposition with the transcript of his remarks will shortly come out after. But it also was at an important time in this impeachment to reach an inflection point with Republicans with a degree of fatigue amongst rank and file Republicans concerned that this impeachment inquiry just frankly hasn't delivered the goods that many of these impeachment investigators have promised. Specifically, they have yet to demonstrate a clear link between President Joe Biden and his son Hunter Biden, or his brother James Biden, and their business dealings, or that the president specifically used his public office in order to help benefit those business practices. I actually pressed James Comer, who's the chair of the Oversight Committee, on that exact point earlier before this deposition took place. This is how he was.
Control room.
Hey, who's that? First of all, who's that outside that's drawing this from? So I was going to call you. I didn't know for sure. I think I should see my stuff. Yeah, so I'm set up on dead center. I can explain it to him. So if you just send him in whenever.
So it's like when the chairman calls you names, if you know that you didn't actually answer the question, as president or vice president, the benefit is some business. But there are questions about the relationship and the way that Hunter Biden made his father's name around the world to gain access to business contracts that he might not otherwise have had. The question, which is what we come back to every single time, is how does that rise to the level of high crimes and misdemeanors? It's something even Republicans are now starting to question. And it's something that they really need to hope they can garner up this lengthy deposition schedule. Well, the most important reason, and probably the number one aspect of these negotiations that drove Hunter Biden to agree to appear behind closed doors, and then he was also threatened with contempt of Congress. That was a real possibility. He likely would have faced the situation of being held in contempt of Congress by the full House of Representatives, which would have then put the Department of Justice in a position where they would have potentially to prosecute him for ignoring that congressional subpoena. So once that became a real situation that Hunter Biden had to deal with, that's when the negotiations got serious. And there's been two aspects of these negotiations that will a very close part to getting him into this position. First, that Republicans have promised him the ability to testify publicly at a later date. And secondly, that they're going to release the transcript as soon as humanly possible. So we'll have to see if they follow through on both aspects of the negotiation.
Great. I'm gonna put little asterisks next to the three parts that I would read. You got it?
Did they believe?
Outside? Yeah. Nobody came up the steps, so they're on the sidewalk.
I know. Tasers.
I mean, in watching it, looks good.
Fortunately, position statement, but I'm with this one. No, I know. Position statement.
But you're part of the camera.
No, I think he's just going to take everything. Treat rather be.
So that's right. This is a very personal statement, Jim, from the president's son. This is going to be his opening statement ahead of this deposition. In part, he says, for more than a year, your committees have hunted me in your partisan political pursuit of my dad. You have trafficked in innuendo, distortion, and sensationalism, all while ignoring clear and convincing evidence staring you in the face. You do not have evidence to support the baseless and MAGA-motivated conspiracies about my father because there isn't any. He also goes on to say, in one part of the statement, it's pretty lengthy, it's in 3 different parts of it, he says, to be clear, I have made mistakes in my life, and I have squandered opportunities and privileges that were given to me. I know that, I'm responsible for that, and I am making amends for that. My mistakes and shortcomings are my own, and not my father's, who has done nothing but devote his entire life to public service and trying to make this country a better place to live. Now, as you noted, we saw Hunter Biden head in with his attorney
Well, I don't think the
just a
investigators
few
have ever
moments
been
ago. Notable, Jim, that today's deposition, they had to move it to bigger rooms because they are expecting a record number of members to attend. And this is a make or break moment for GOP lawmakers who so far have not been able to provide any clear evidence that President Biden benefited from his son's foreign business.
Just trying to make
Now,
this
this
work.
was made possible, this appearance, this closure deposition, because the lawmakers, GOP lawmakers.
I mean, because honestly, we can scooch.
Not to videotape.
I can switch the mic stand over for you too. Like if you want it over a little bit, we can do that too.
That these concessions were meant to be concerned lawyers that Republican lawmakers would selectively leak portions of any closed door appearance, which is why initially he insisted that he would only testify publicly. Now he's testifying in a deposition behind closed doors and is not appearing publicly. It's one of the many questions all the critics have him as he arrived here today. He did not.
Chairman, ranking members. Yes, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and we did have the opportunity, some lawmakers did come over the mic to field questions from reporters, including Chairman Comer, and he pressed him. I pressed him, others pressed him on exactly what evidence he has to directly link President Biden to the allegations at the center of this impeachment inquiry. I believe we have that sound. We do. Let's take a listen to his response.
Thanks for coming us up.
A little bit muffled there, but you can see in response to our question, what specific evidence do you have with President Biden here, reporters on this board now, to his son for business dealing or in any way benefiting from influence peddling? And he pointed to the two checks. Of course, one of them is a $200,000 check from his brother, receiving it from a loan. So there's no evidence that was presented, no clear and direct evidence connecting President Biden to influence peddling or corruption. Comer did come and take questions. He was pressed repeatedly, and there is, again, no direct evidence that they have presented, nothing that clearly connects President Biden to influence peddling or corruption, and that's what they're going to try to use today's hearing to get from his son. Look at his investigation has been going on for a long time. They still are not going to present the evidence.
We all have our
Well, I mean, it is what it is. And it is what it is.
Also, already told me they were excited to see you guys. Also, they were excited to get
I mean, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, I'm clear from this hour.
Okay.
They just needed to make sure he got in and everything, and needed me to kind of get some filler. If not, I'm going to go sit down, and I will be up at 11 and 12, top of 11 and 12.
Great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. John, I saw Nadler like walk in, like right before Hunter walked in. Like, don't come to the pool camera now. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to get the shot.
I was like,
Like,
you're
not
like,
now, please. Yeah, please, not now.
Yeah, it's, head toward the elevators, but just go straight, and back.
No, it's only if you need it from. One of those. You can try it. Do we need to get a bigger strip? And get a bigger strip for us to share? I gotta go. You okay?
Just set the match and leave.
did. Because they're like, I'm sure he was like, I'm sure they still want to take my shot. Well, that's what we were saying. That's what me and Mark and I were saying that. When we were in they was not trying to so we're going to come and pick up the sadly, and also it was good. So at least with the chickens, they showed up and then they won't come and they got some rats. One showed up at 5:30 and the first 10 minutes was 15, 20 minutes. Nobody
I need to explain it. So, I have borrowed this is my mic and my mic cable, but this right here, this clamp, and everything else other than the mic cable belongs to John Dana. Facing the road. So, I'm there. So that's his story. Yes. But I can tell you that. Some of the stuff that
that was just my commentary.
it was close, but it wasn't.
comes in and says, you know, I'm not trying to there's no yeah.
Yes. And the stories.
But that's
Okay,
okay.
so this is us.
That's us right there, and I think they.
Yes, sir.
There's the shot.
Good.
Yeah. Yes.
The card is in there.
No, I'm fine. We're good.
It was one. So, I mean, but Kevin's gonna bring it back so you can check.
I took my camera out the first night. The second night was it was very early in the morning, so I left my camera for the drive. Yeah.
I thought we were gonna, our place, the toilet, I thought we were gonna go until candidates came out. Usually, you want to get the Tom Sanders, Tim Scott, but since they all failed, it was just Trump on Saturday.
Yeah. No.
Oh, and usual predictions way up here.
That's in a bunch of trouble.
Yeah, so like I said, and it's people. Yeah. It's so bad that mega, world mega towns. Not only consider how much you let go, fairgrounds. So you can find it on Twitter. It's just
Yeah. Does he have another one? That's a good question.
So after each got outside, get my own. I thought I said Tuesday. Too long.
That's a good picture of what?
Like, hi.
He's back.
There he is.
Sir, do you need access security? Can you please do that?
Too long.
That's it. Didn't see anything. Cool.
No, I can't. I had somebody come in and stake out. Excuse me, dear, no. Let me just explain to you that NBC works 10 times harder than you do. You know what I have to do right now? I have to
You
install
guys know you can do speaker new orders until 11 to the outpost here. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send you the link.
Jim Long. What? I've been to him once a month. Some weird shit. But when I said, I'm not going to talk to you, it's not a good one. Is anybody dead? Is anybody on jail? Yeah, right. They're not dead yet. They're not dead. They're going to die first. Well, in one house. Oh, we have one? Yeah. Set up right next to you. Huh? I have a back problem. I can never find a Yeah. No. Sing. I heard that.
That's what I'm picking right now. Looking at the menu. Thank you. These guys suggested me. I know what I'm doing.
How much it was by.
Hold the elevator. And I just stick my arm out. And Santos and the staff will run in. This is for fish. So Santos runs in. And then he like looks at me and then looks down at my camera, looks at me. And then I go, what for? And then I hit him right. And then I slowly go like this, and now I'm supposed to because I like slowly start breathing and he's like, yeah. Was it Comic-Con? I went to the first one. And it was at the bank of like 15 euros. And Michael B. Jordan is like using something. And so he like, you know, I walk in, right? And he like turns and looks at me, and I like make eye contact with him. I'm just like, no. And then I go step right to the other way next to him. Oh yeah. That's good. That's good. Runner was trying to get the guy to sit back with the cat in his back using the urinal, which would have been great. Kevin. Or do you have to short day for I mean, Except under a competing rules.
Hey Veronica, Adam's letting us order dinner too, so I'll send the DoorDash link for that later.
This is what this is.
Good morning. Please contact me for confirmation.
So it's not a real question. John? Yeah, I just gave it.
So I shouldn't say anything bad about anyone in the.
No, don't say anything.
But Jim Long's fair game. Jim Long.
Yeah, that's fair. That's Jim Long.
Yes.
Should I be hearing anything? Here. Is the show on? Oh, okay, cool. Got it. Thank you. Paul, you going to Florida Friday?
Yes, I am. You know, tomorrow morning.
You do? 8:30?
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
No, we're at 6:15.
We're doing podcast.
Gary, if you have any suggestions as far as just like the check.
Got it. Yeah, I think she's going to trial.
Yes,
We've always agreed.
Why, she's not going to do anything now. But no, she's not at all.
They just take $5 off.
Do you think we will get any coming out of there on Friday, or do you think she's going to say she's waiting to have a perhaps on the Supreme Court? She is. Say it again. Got it. We're going to get something out of it.
Yeah, you're gonna know that it's not. I
No.
thought this. Real worst case scenario is gonna be like August or July.
Yeah, it's just that courthouse is just not, and the other one is just so much, I mean, not that he should be accommodated, but for the footprint that he has, it's right over the Cosmo. West Palm's not great either. Have you been there? Yeah, it's not great.
I mean, but to the average,
How long is this commercial break?
3 minutes, 40 seconds.
Feels like they've been in commercial for like 8 minutes.
You want to share the recording, please? Yeah, we're on zero on the phone. It's like 11:02, so like. I love the
Jared Moskowitz is going to be at this camera doing a talk back at 1:40. Okay. I'm here at 1, but he's here at 1:40. Got it.
I don't know what happened, but, if Jared agreed, I got a busy signal.
Yeah, you're low. Hi.
I heard it, and then all of a sudden it was beep, like I heard the program.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, great. So we heard you.
Yes.
I'm not,
Hey, Chloe. Yep.
squeeze me out like this.
High stakes. He's not.
Yep, I got you.
This is for the obligation because of that.
No, I could see a nice co-hosting situation.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
You do have the, you're very talented at talking fast. You do have the Hunter statement, right?
It's a good run.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. And I say that as a, no, I say that as a compliment. That's a compliment. Cydia? Oh, yeah.
Side goes out an hour now, not his statement, copy of it.
Mike, can you come to New York and tell them to boost my audio, please? And also to talk to me.
I apologize if I interrupted.
We're talking about stuff. Got an hour
Yep, I got you. Can you boost it, please?
Republicans as his detractors. This is great. So far, I. 2 weeks. 4 minutes.
Perfect, it's much better, thank you. Yeah, and then Sean, good morning. There's a huge and significant media presence for this high stakes testimony from Hunter Biden. As you mentioned, he issued a very scathing opening statement to the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees, saying that it's essentially an uncontestable fact that his father was never involved in his business dealings, both abroad and at home. In excerpts obtained by Newsmax, Hunter Biden says, for more than a year, your committees have hunted me and your partisan political pursuit of my dad. You trafficked in innuendo, distortion, and sensationalism, all the while ignoring the clear and convincing evidence staring you in the face. You do not have evidence to support the baseless and manga-motivated conspiracies about my father because there isn't any. Hunter Biden, of course, arriving shortly before 10 a.m. Eastern for this closed-door testimony, not taking questions from any reporters, including mine. Yeah, Hunter has also attempted to discredit accounts from Alexander Smirnov, Jason Galantis, and Tony Bobolinsky, who recently told the committees that Joe Biden was the brand enriching the Biden family. But House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer says the fact that Joe Biden attended dinner, spoke from speaker, showed up to meetings, and has talked with his business associates, is indisputable.
Interactions that would have led to Joe Biden using his public office in some way to benefit his son's business dealings. Now, this is something Hunter Biden has been very specifically clear about, that at no point was his father ever involved in his business work. House Republicans are very skeptical of those claims. It's one of the reasons that they brought in a number of Hunter Biden's business associates that pressed him on this exact question. And it's why they also subpoenaed bank records and a lot of other information to kind of prove that point.
Hi, Harris. As you correctly point out, Hunter Biden has been on Capitol Hill. This is his third time in just a few months, in just really a couple of months. Hunter Biden rushed past cameras as he got out of his SUV today to walk into this building. We know the deposition began at 10 o'clock. It's going to be a very long day, not only for Hunter Biden and his attorneys, but also lawmakers. Chairman James Comer of the Oversight Committee plans to stay in all day. Hunter Biden walked past the media at a fast clip. We obtained his opening statement that he read in the room, and he told the committee in part, quote, "For more than a year, your committees have hunted me in your partisan political pursuit of my dad. You have trafficked in innuendo, distortion, and sensationalism, all the while ignoring the clear and convincing evidence staring you in the face. You do not have evidence to support the baseless and MAGA-motivated conspiracies about my father because there isn't any." House Republicans, Harris wanted to ask Hunter about his business deals to see if and how they directly relate to his dad, because after all, today's impeachment inquiry is not about Hunter Biden, it's about his dad, Joe Biden, the president.
Which is going to be much more difficult for them to get the 218 votes necessary on the House floor, should they choose to take that step.
And Hunter's team is hoping the recent arrest of Alexander Smirnov will help his case. The former FBI informant is behind bars in Los Angeles this morning after a judge determined earlier this week he's a flight risk. Smirnov was charged with lying to the FBI when he said that both Joe and Hunter Biden received $5 million each in bribes from Ukrainians. Republicans used it as a talking point for months. Democrats say it should end the investigation.
Because it's that tip sheet that Alexander Smirnov was the source of, which accused Joe Biden of being part of a bribery scheme.
And this is behind closed doors today. We expect a transcript to come out in a few months. I asked Chairman Comer today before he left if he still wants to do any sort of public hearing that Hunter Biden offered to do. Comer said that it would be possible just a couple of months ago, but he wanted to have this closed door hearing first. He didn't answer and walked away. Harris.
Didn't act on it beyond just that initial tip. And now we're seeing issues with the FBI himself to play out the
Apparently there is a documentary going on. Good to see you. Thank you. Take care.
Well, Hunter has been in the room for a little over an hour now.
Yeah, we will. Thank you.
Any interesting Congressman Krishnamurthy?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Say it.
You want to talk to Congressman Krishnamurthy? You just came out of the deposition.
No, I'm okay. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
He
Thanks
said
for
in
asking.
part, "I am here today to provide the committees with the one uncontestable fact that should end the false premise of this inquiry. I did not involve my father in my business, not while I was practicing lawyer, not in my investments or transactions, domestic or international, not even as a board member, and not as an artist. Never." He goes on to say, "For more than a year, your committees have hunted me in your partisan political pursuit of my dad. You have trafficked in innuendo, distortion, and sensationalism, all the while ignoring the clear and convincing evidence staring you in the face. You do not have evidence to support the baseless and MAGA-motivated conspiracies about my father because there isn't any." Now, we know that Hunter, along with his lawyer, back with President Morris, they have taken a much more aggressive approach to Republicans, to his detractors. So I think some of that is going to come through today. This is make or break for two of the lawmakers who so far have not provided clear evidence to support the allegation that President Biden benefited from his son's foreign business deals. Of course, he's only appearing for this closed-door deposition after a few concessions from Republicans, including this will not be videotaped, and the transcript will be released promptly. We haven't necessarily seen for other witnesses in this investigation. But well, let's just give you a sense of just how much interest there is in today's deposition. They have to move to a larger room. And we expect a record number of members to participate, but more members means more questions, which means it could be a pretty late night up here on Capitol Hill.
Save us all, I say. Yeah, and there's also, and there's some hope here.
I'm waiting for IT to come in. Are you able to? If we were not a priority, we have lobbying. Producers require that. They don't.
No, I'm getting a buzz.
Strikers have 7,000.
And someone might be brown.
And that's running off the infrastructure. We're all running off the
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I'm getting a buzz and I can try to figure out.
Outside, save Mike over here. Save us, Mike, and then come on outside, and then we got to go up on the hill. And yeah, how'd that work out for you?
Hey, I didn't want to push my gear all the way here. Anyway.
Yeah, of course.
I use your stuff. Oh, you want this back, huh? Very nice.
I'm passing up Bruno. He's like, yeah, can I have your inside? Can I have your raincoat?
Oh, he didn't
Forgot mine. He's walking around with like a garbage bag.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, dude.
So this thing.
There's two parts of it. CNBC parts and the plastic parts. That's the parts.
Good morning, everyone. When we went into today's transcribed interview with Hunter Biden, we had a dozen witnesses who had told us that Joe Biden was not involved in any way in Hunter's business, that he did not profit from Hunter's business, and that he rendered no official favors or benefits to Hunter's business. And nothing that we've heard from Hunter Biden has changed that in any way. In fact, he has emphatically and repeatedly underscored to the Republicans that his father was not involved in any way in his businesses, did not profit from his businesses, and Hunter neither asked him for any official favors nor received any official favors from Joe Biden. So what we saw, I think, was a rather embarrassing spectacle where the Republicans continued to belabor completely trivial points. They seem to be obsessively focused on speakerphones and use of speakerphone. I did not know that that was the devil's technology, but apparently it is. I believe, based on this first hour, that this whole thing really has been a tremendous waste of our legislative time and the people's resources. But I would love to have each of my colleagues come up and share their sense of what we just witnessed. And we'll start with the vice ranking member of the Oversight Committee. Then we'll go to Rich.
Sure thing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ranking Member Raskin. I think the ranking member stated it completely. What we just witnessed over the last hour was, I think, a deep sea fishing expedition, because the Republican case has completely fallen apart over the last several weeks. After it's been exposed that the critical, one of their most key pieces of information was based on a source that was in communication with Russian intelligence, they are now trying to scramble to find anything to substantiate their fairy tale, is what we should call this. But I think more disturbingly, what we are seeing is just a complete and inappropriate expedition into the president's son, and for matters and subjects that are completely unrelated to an impeachment investigation. And I think it is extremely disturbing to see the lack of professionalism, the lack of grounding, and the abuse of public resources and abuse of public power in order to pursue something that truly, whose point at this juncture is very unclear. And with that,
Great. Mr. Swab, welcome to the
Yeah.
Treasury.
Thank you. They've got nothing. That's what we just witnessed for the last hour. One of their witnesses has been indicted for working with Russian intelligence. Another witness has been indicted for working with Chinese intelligence. Another witness is serving a 14-year felony sentence. This is 4th and 20 on their own 10, and they don't have Patrick Mahomes. You're going to see the greatest sack ever when you get the transcript from this. But what's really embarrassing, and I use the word secondhand embarrassment because that's what we witnessed in there, is they're so desperate to humiliate the president that they started asking the president's son personal details about a divorce that happened almost 10 years ago. That's where this has been reduced to. And they're doing all this, by the way, when we're just days away from the government shutting down. We're critically in need of funding for Ukraine, the humanitarian crisis over in the Middle East, and more security and a broader immigration plan in this country. They're wasting time, squandering an opportunity to do that, because they've never accepted Joe Biden as the president. And now, in this last Hail Mary effort, they're going to try and pull off something. I promise you, past this prologue, it's not going to work.
All right, let's go back to the oversight side. Dan Goldman.
Sure, I'll be brief. I want to be very clear. That first hour of this much anticipated testimony was the nail in the coffin to what is a complete bogus and sham impeachment inquiry. Not only were they unable to show any connection between Hunter Biden's business and President Biden, but Hunter Biden gave very detailed and clear explanations as to what his arm's length business transactions were with private parties in foreign countries who are investors and business people, like many people would have. He went through a laundry list of board seats and jobs that he has had over his 30-year career after he left Yale Law School, and he withstood some inappropriate attacks even in the first hour. So it is not simply there's no connection to the president, which we've known all along and which was made clear again, but there is a very understandable, coherent business explanation for every single thing that they asked for. And now that all of this China stuff or Romania or Kazakhstan is clearly baseless and bogus, the only thing that the Republicans have left are these Burisma allegations, which we now know were completely made up by their source, who's now been indicted because he was working with Russian intelligence to interfere in our election. And so let's be very clear, because that is the only basis to move forward with an impeachment inquiry. If this impeachment inquiry continues, then Chairman Comer and Chairman Jordan are working with Russia to interfere in the November 2024 election on behalf of Vladimir Putin for the benefit of Donald Trump. That is what this has been reduced to now, and that is what this first hour showed us.
All right, Ms. Stansbury from Mexico.
Thank you. Good morning. I think it's obvious to any of us who were in the room this morning why the Republicans did not want this to be public testimony, because there is literally no evidence and no there. And not only that, the embarrassing spectacle, lack of professionalism, the lack of coherent, even theory of the case this morning was so glaringly apparent that it is embarrassing for the Republicans right now. For anyone who listened to what happened, you all will hear the testimony or see the testimony in written form, hopefully in the coming days, if the Republicans do carry forward with the agreement that they made with Hunter Biden's attorney. However, it's very clear that there's no evidence of any wrongdoing that connects the president to his son, any of his business dealings, and anything that has anything to do that leads to an impeachable offense. It's been stated, but this is very clearly a smoke and mirrors strategy intended to essentially try to indict the president for things that he's not even involved in. So it's very clear that there's no there.
Thank you. Mr. Moskowitz.
Thank you, Chairman Raskin. Soon to be Chairman Raskin, very soon. Let me just say that I think my colleagues and I are witnessing the death of the fake, faux, frivolous Joe Biden impeachment inquiry. In fact, as a Jewish American, when this is over, I will say mourners Kaddish for this impeachment inquiry. There has been no evidence on Joe Biden from the beginning. There has been no evidence so far in this deposition linking Joe Biden at all. So as Jay-Z said, grand opening, grand closing. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Greg Kassar from Texas.
We all thought after the first sham impeachment hearing where Republican witness after Republican witness says there was no evidence of